So you founded Compagnie La Baraka in 1997. Can you talk a little bit about your background as a dancer and what influenced you to be a dancer and choreographer?
Well, I've started very late dance. I started at 16. I started near Lyon. My parents are from Algeria, both of them. And I'm a French citizen today because I'm born in France. And actually I was studying to be a translator at the beginning. And one day a friend of mine, she told me, I know that you like to dance because I was always dancing in disco, discotheque with my friends, and I really enjoy it. And I had something very, dance for me was something very, how to say, very simple in a way. It was in my body since I'm young. I always like to dance and to move. I like music. And my friend told me to come to take a jazz class, a good friend of mine. So I said, okay, why not? I was like, okay, why not? I took the first jazz dance class, and it was just the world. I felt in love with dance. I was like, okay, this is where I have to be. It means that I found this day, I say, this is how I'm going to express myself. I found something that I could really express myself, more than talking, more than anything else. So I just fell in love, and I say, how can I do to be a professional? So they told me, it's late, you're 16, and you have to do ballet. I didn't know what was ballet, I didn't know what was contemporary dance, and so I started. And I said, okay, where can I learn this? And they told me you have to go to Lyon, there is a big conservatory, but you have to have a level before. So I've worked a lot. I did ballet. It was a nightmare for me. I did contemporary dance. I went on with jazz dance because this was really my specialty. And I went into the Conservatory of Lyon. They took me there, and I studied 5 years altogether, but very intense. I was taking 6 classes a day, every day. Ballet, modern dance, and jazz. But when I met the modern dance, I was like, wow, this is very nice, because in this kind of dance, they tell me that I can do what I want. I have a technique to learn, of course, Limon, Cunningham, Graham, French also technique. And then I realized that actually I stopped the jazz dance because I felt that it was very artificial for me. It was not me. It was a lot of power. I liked it was cat movement, very smooth, very, very nice. I enjoyed it. But I knew that with the modern dance I could really develop something which is more myself with this movement. This is how I start, actually.
Wow. And what about choreography? How does it feel to now then take that next step to choreography?
Yeah, I have to go before to start dancing. I was, since a child, always in my room. I was a lonely child. I had a big family, 7 brothers and sisters. But I was always alone, and I was thinking about performance, I was seeing dancers, music. It was not clear for me. I was always drawing. And then when I started to dance and I wanted to get this job and make my technique as a dancer work like hell, I went to Frankfurt to work with a choreographer called VID00003. He's a Portuguese, but he was based in Frankfurt, Germany, and it's with him actually. I worked 4 years for him, and he was the kind of choreographer who was not like me actually showing to the dancer movement. He was just asking us to improvise the whole day, and he was making his show with our improvisation. And I realized that he was taking every movement I was doing, everything. He was taking it and putting his piece together. We were 7 dancers, he was taking a lot from me. And I realized because of him that I have a talent to create movement. And after 4 years in his company in Germany, I was touring a lot. It was amazing. My dream came true. You know, I was touring, getting money, dancing. It was great for me. It was a dream. I realized that if I would stay with this choreographer longer, then actually when I would start choreographing, because I wanted to start after that, I say, okay, I'm ready to start to do my own work, my own company. And I realized that I had to go very fast from his company because people would say that I would steal his movement, you know. So I left. I left the company to build my company in 1997, as you say, in France.
Thank you. So as an artist, what are some of the messages that you hope to inspire through your art? And what kind of role do you feel that art plays in kind of addressing and bridging barriers that might separate people?
Yeah, well, you know, it's like in America actually. In France it's the same. France. I am from Algerian roots. My parents I am Muslim, actually. I don't practice, but I am Muslim. And I realized that actually, to me, to choreograph was a chance to show that actually tolerance is something very important. It means that what I'm trying to say, to show, to bring to the people is that we are very different. For the dancer, they come from different backgrounds, jazz, hip-hop, modern, African. And for actually the citizen of all the world, I mean the country, people, I want to break the barrier in between the people. This is what I want to do, really. To show in my choreography that it's possible to live together, being completely different. You just have to try to be tolerant and to connect people together, and this is a force in it. I always think something very simple. I think that maybe I will live 100 years, maybe. We don't know this. So I don't want to lose my time. I think life is very short, and I think what is important for me is during my life to meet a lot of culture, of people, different people. To like or not like is not the problem, it's just to accept what people can bring and how we can build the world all together, and I think that's very possible. So my message in my choreography is to say we are very different, we have different religion, we have different country, different thoughts, but we are all human beings. We born the same way and we die the same way. So from this point, I think everything is said, you know, I think, and I have the chance as a choreographer to tour all over the world with different pieces, but all my pieces say the same thing. We are different, but we can make it together, and I love that, actually. It's a chance for me.
And so you would say that this is reflected in the piece that you're doing here in Seattle,
yeah,
as well?
Yeah, of course, because you can see multicultural dancer on stage, all French, but coming from Cameroon, from Senegal, from South America, from Germany, from France, of course, from Algeria. My wife, actually, she's a dancer too, she's from Morocco. So you have all these people unit for the same thing, which is make relation work. And I think this is possible. It's not a dream. Huh? It's not a dream. My choreography are very abstract, but the relationship between people, human relationship, is something which is not a dream. It's possible. It's not impossible. And I have a chance also. I realize that being a choreographer is also, as you say, giving a message. So I don't want to do stupid things on stage. I'm very exigent. Exigent? I don't know how to say. Exigeant, sorry, in English, I don't know how to say.
like specific or?
Very boom, boom, boom. You know, like as this, and you have to do it. I don't know how we say in English. Someone who, well, I don't know how we say this. I'm sorry, exigeant is funny. Serious. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's serious. What I mean about that is that I'm a bit lost, to be honest. I forgot what I wanted to say.
Okay. I think you definitely answered the part about, you know, the messages that you want to bring through the choreography pieces, definitely. Could you talk about your work with the Algerian Cultural Department and the Mediterranean Cultural Bridge Project?
Oh yeah, and actually this is what I wanted to say. As a choreographer, I have a responsibility. It's not just to make a show and to go tour and people see what you do and they like or they don't like. It's not this, my job. My job is very political too. It's artistic, but it's very political. So I realized something that I have the chance to talk all over the world. I can talk to the press, journalists, newspapers, TVs, people, audience, people like you that I meet. I can really talk to a lot of people. I think it's a chance to be just able to talk, to be free to talk and say what you think. So you're right. What I did something very political. In between France and Algeria, I opened a bridge, and in between Europe and Algeria. Algeria is a country which is in the north of Africa, in between Tunisia and Morocco. In Algeria, dance is the last worries about the country. They have a traditional national ballet, traditional dance, but I wanted to build with my wife, Nawal, we wanted to build the first national ballet, contemporary ballet in Algeria. So what we've done, we went to the streets, we took 400 dancers from the street, we did an audition, and we took 10 out of these 400. And now what is amazing is that I'm working with the Minister of Culture of Algeria and Minister of Culture of France. So actually, with the dance, I could connect two Ministers of Culture of two countries, which is amazing. They worked together and they were not very good in working together. They had to, because I say, I want that the Algerians stay in their country. I don't want them to go to Europe or to America to dance. They have to stay in their country and they have to build there. So that was the purpose of what I have done. So these 10 dancers now, you have to say that in Algeria to have a salary, it's very difficult to get well paid. They are very well paid in the country by the Ministry of Culture. So they get the money there. They have education on contemporary dance, ballet dance every day. I did a show with them, a 1-hour show with them, which is amazing. We presented in France, it was in September 2010, and actually we sold it 80 times all over the world next season. And I know that we're coming to America in February 2013 for a month to tour all over America. So why I'm saying all this, because I think as a dancer, as a choreographer, what is important is to permit to people to access to culture, to art, to get paid, to understand what is professional. And what happened in Algeria with them, these little 10 people, is 25 million people in Algeria. These 10 people are today, and this is really the truth, are the hope of the whole country today. They are very proud, the Algerians, to see that we have in Algeria today a contemporary dance company which is going all over the world, which is actually showing that Algeria is really a modern country, that Algeria has amazing talent. It's a hope for the country, you know. And these 10 dancers, why we are doing with these 10? Because we want to start with 10, and these 10 will become teachers, will become choreographers, and then it will go. Like he's been in America a long time ago with modern dance. You know, people started to grow, and now we have ballet all over America, like was in France and in Algeria. We are building. We are pioneer. Pioneer, yeah. we are really pioneer, and we are building something which was not able to exist in a country where it's so much trouble today. So, yeah, it's not just about art, it's also about politics, and I think it's very important.